just a game, though. You know.
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, so if I tell you something about that game, I'll be making it up as I go.
All right. I'm gonna do it like this: the werewolf apocalypse. Remember how you were talking about the people that wore the wool,
Yeah,
wore the
that
pelt?
was yeah.
Okay. Now,
They
could there
told the
possibly
story
have?
in Twilight, that movie Twilight.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
you talk about that last time we talked about it.
yeah, they just changed
Okay. What about?
all of the faces to pale faces, but it's the same story. Some European blood sucking niggas came over here, and the niggas that
So
was wearing the wolf belt was
bam,
fighting.
that right there, what you just said, OG. The blood sucking vampire. Did they come from over the ice walls?
No, they came from right over there where Vlad the Impaler from. It was a Moorish stronghold. Vlad the Impaler
Okay.
wasn't a pale face. He darker than me.
I know that much. I know that much. Ooh, speaking of Vlad the Impaler, that armor he wore, that red dragon armor. Speaking of knights and those armors, were they harnessing atmospheric energy in those swords like Excalibur and stuff like that with free energy back in the day through a Tartarian and all that?
Not from the armor they was wearing, but they was harnessing free energy all the way up until that last Anunnaki war. We haven't used free energy in a couple thousand years now.
Okay.
Not globally.
So how many of our Catholic, how many of these buildings do you think they took all the free energy off these like Catholic cathedrals and all that stuff already?
They scrapped out all the copper. Really son of a bitches.
And then they had us goddamn going and stealing AC vents and shit, taking the copper out, bringing it to them.
Yeah, then we had a lot of them had either gold. They had gold and silver dip orbs that sit on top of the buildings. That they melted all that shit down.
Did I tell you about the time I had? Go ahead, dude.
Yeah,
what you say? What you were saying?
One of them orbs could have been 500 pounds easy.
Really?
In gold or silver, pure. No, none of that old 10 karat shit. We talking 24 karat gold.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. One of my homeboys, he worked at Levi's, right? He found a pendant, and it's like somebody gave him the right to go through their jewelry and get something what he wanted. The man grabbed a pendant and showed it to me today, bro. Why I got the Mayan sun symbol all over with all type of hieroglyphs around it. I'm like, bro, where did you find? And it's pure silver. And he's a moon baby, so he's like, bro, this. I'm like, bro, that's your ancestors calling you, bro. They just brought that to you out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, that happened to us around this time. A lot of people get mysterious gifts, and many of them either discard them because they look at it as something trivial.
Hold on, Rod. Hold on. Let me
voice every single day,
bro. I got you on every day out here on the street, bro.
Jesus, bro. I hear your voice
don't
every
put that on Jesus,
single
boy.
day.
Don't do that.
For
bro,
real.
Don't do that, boy. Talking about Jesus. Boy, don't do that. We like that over here.
Man, I hear this man's voice every day. When you said something just then, I was like, bro, is that bro?
He like, yeah. hey, Ron, you in the going crazy. You don't even know I got you out here like
hey, bro.
Every day.
I hear your voice every day, bro.
I made sure
that. And you talk that shit.
They love you out here, dog. People come to the bus stop where I sit at. I'm at the bus stop right now, chat. I'm on the block right now. This man get listened to every day because I don't play.
Bro, we listen to you every day, bro.
And I make sure they hear the right shit. I make pretty much everything you say be A1 because I be telling them shit. Then you come on. Yes, this is Rod. This is him. This Chief Pontiac.
When I heard his voice, I was like, damn, they gotta be bro.
Yeah,
I got him on Americana Boulevard. Like, where Rod at?
Hey, bro.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. If I had any ego left, that motherfucker be soup right now.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I listen to you every single day, bro. With bro.
One thing about it, two things for sure, Uncle Rod. I got you, bro. I got you.
So for sure. What city y'all in? Hey, what city y'all in?
I'm in Orlando, Florida, bro, on Americana Boulevard, Texas Ave. We on the block. We on Americana with 3 Ks. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
We outside.
That was ground zero of the motherfucking Gullah Wars.
That's why I knew it. I fucking knew it. Bro, all right, watch this. Let me break down this motherfucking goddamn esoteric shit on this block. We're on Americana Boulevard. Americana means cornerstone, right? Okay, I did this digging already. 5,400 blocks. Zeros don't exist. 5 plus 4 is 9. We're on a 9. We're at an intersection. The intersection, when you turn it sideways, turns into an X from a T. That marks the spot for treasure, don't it? Look
Okay,
what you
now.
just told me. I've been trying to figure that out for the longest. That right there, what you just told me, this is a zero, mark 0 for one of the wars.
Ground zero of the Gullah War. And we had all those tribes. This is how they went backdoored us with the Lewis and Clark expedition. Remember, we coming as far away north as Alaska and Canada.
Uh-huh.
We going south, and then we traveling east. This is why they keep trying to make y'all think we live in teepees. Those was campsites. Those was not the house.
Facts.
That wasn't home. We was traveling the war.
Uh-huh.
And when we went south and east, Lewis and Clark went north and west, so that they can come behind us and declare all of the captains.
Like Superman, like the TV show Superman and Lois and Clark. You gonna make me go watch that all over again?
Lewis and Clark is where they was explorers, or what they called them back then, surveyors for the American government.
So that's what Superman was, a surveyor.
No, Superman Kal-El. Kali is Kali Ma. Superman is concealing the power of the Great Mother.
Really? Really?
Right. Her name is Kali Ma, but they call her Kali-El.
But see, I know who Kali Ma is, but I ain't.
Yeah, that's why they call him Kal-El.
Hey, bro, I'm subscribing to you tonight.
Kal-El. Listen, they call it.
I was waiting for me to talk to you.
Yeah,
bro.
All you gotta do is inbox me.
You hear me, Rob?
But look.
Oh, can't see your face, but it's cool though. We still talking, baby. Ain't nothing stopping that. But yeah, though, I don't know. They might not like the questions I'm asking. You know, I'm very, very, very much traversing this stuff y'all be teaching on here.
Look, I don't give a fuck what them people like.
I don't either. That's why I fuck with you.
If you ask the question, I'm gonna give you answers best of my ability.
Okay, so the Over the Ice Walls is a fiction. So the land of the Anakim, you know what I'm saying? So that's not, that's not. So where the Anakim come from?
That's the Anunnaki. That's just another name from a similar language.
Bam, I got you. The Anunnaki thing, the Anu word. When you said some on one of the things, the Anasazi, how the Ani word is really Anu. So the Anasazi people of America is really tied to the bloodline of Anu.
Right. So they tied to the royal families of the Anunnaki, and this is why the name. All Anunnaki see the Anu seat as the high seat. Really? So you look at the 12 tribes of the Earth tribes, the 12 daughters of Isis. Isis make 13.
Yeah.
Each one of them got a family in their respective territories. They need husbands now. This is why when you look at the human diversity, the haplogroup of the Y chromosome is what tells you the father line, and the mitochondrial lineage is an unbreakable lineage to the first mother. So it don't matter what bloodline they come from, the women gonna trace back to one woman.
Facts.
They call her Primordial Eve.
Primordial Eve.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I be talking to Lilith. I've never talked to Eve. I be saying little things to Lilith. I say things to Tiamat. I say things.
Lilith is the dark mother. Lilith is another name for Kali Ma.
Really?
Yes. Same energy. She's in Egypt. She's Sekhmet.
I talked to Sekhmet. I talked to Sekhmet earlier. I've never talked to Sekhmet, but I heard you say something earlier, and I just went to talking to Sekhmet for no reason. And I actually felt something come over my crown when I said something about Sekhmet, because it's like I be feeding off her energy when these oppressors be playing. It's like I feed right off her energy and get right on their neck. Them people be tucking their tail and sliding, boy. I don't play with them people. The Chevron deference overturned. What y'all doing here? Why y'all over here? Who y'all is? Or who you? I ain't African American, that's for sure. I'm a whole Indian, but I'm an Arawak and goddamn the whole Iroquois Confederation. My bloodline run through all that. So what do y'all really want to do? See, I done did a lot of digging.
You ain't got
off of what y'all said, the things y'all been saying. I've been doing a lot. like I told you, my last name Taylor. Remember you were talking about the Taylor priesthood?
Yeah,
I was like, that's why our family dresses so nice. That
yeah,
Taylor gang thing,
yeah,
Khalifa
yeah,
came up with.
yeah.
I was like, dang, we got. That's all like our family crest. We're tailor made. That's our family crest. My grandma had 22 kids. You feel what I'm saying? My grandma come from a them bloodline where they were doing all that back then. Had what you call the second wife thing? Like had a housewife and you had you know what I'm saying, the real, like I forgot how they say it. Dang.
Concubines.
Huh?
About the concubines or the harem.
Basically, yeah.
Mm.
Basically, yeah. My granddaddy's name was Lucius. His son name was Lucius. His son was name was Lucius. I'm like, where all these Lucifers coming from?
The ones that carrying the light. See, that's
Oh, okay.
right. That's the same as naming your boy Sonny Boy.
All
It's
right. Now what this is what my dad did, right? My dad had me, right? I was a junior. I'm a junior still, but he changed his name from what mine was to JD. He just gave himself initials. What do you think that was? What you think that was about? Like he
You
left.
gotta ask him. He can tell you better than me.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. I was just saying if it was a spiritual aspect to it. I could
It's
actually.
always when the name change, it's always tied to some kind of spiritual change in the individual's life. We don't change our name just to be changing our name. We changing our name to
Made
represent
room.
our
He made
new development and our new path that we pursuing.
he made room. He made room for me spiritually. I think I thought about that a lot. But yeah, I kind of got because he army. He been in the army since he left out of high school. Back in the days and shit. Out of orange groves and the watermelon tossing fields and shit like that.
Yeah,
So he kind of I told him I had to tell him I'm like, Dad, I know they broke your mind. A lot of the things that I'm saying, I know you took an oath, so you won't be able to elaborate on certain things. But don't tell me you already knew what I'm telling you. And I'm
that
like, why
don't
you didn't
apply to
tell
you.
me,
Here's, all-
dude?
here's listen. If he's in the Masonic order and he's under an oath, it's his blood son asking for the truth. He have to tell it to him. It's the only
I ain't
way to
gonna lie.
get it. It's the
He
only
gave
way
me my
around their
flowers.
contract.
Really? Okay. So it can't be nobody else, but it could be the first one.
He can any one of his children that's birthed from his loins, ask him a question and he know the truth. He got to tell y'all.
Really?
He
Okay.
can't mislead his own family. He can only mislead outsiders, people that's not in his immediate family. He can tell
Fact.
your cousin and your auntie a bald-faced fucking lie, but he can't tell his children or his wife a bald-faced lie. He's
Got,
not permitted to.
got you. Got
That-
you.
That's how
Now
you
I have.
call. That's how you keep him upright.
All right. Check this out. Right. I'm gonna throw this at you right quick. Right. All right. I've been doing my thing. I in the streets or whatever. But the mother of my child, I ain't gonna call her my baby mama. I'm calling her the mother of my child. Is coming down here to take me out. Basically, she told me I've been out here too long. I need to go get some rest. Even though I know what she mean, I don't really need no rest, but I know what she mean though. Like, you feel me? And it's like, okay, Bim, I got my sister named Jasmine, the mother of my child named Jasmine, and the one I talked to named Jasmine. What does that mean, bro? That's three Jasmines, bro, and them flowers. So what does that mean?
You got your
If you could tell me.
flowers. Right? Listen. You ever hear somebody say, "Give me my flowers while I'm living"?
Say again.
You ever hear somebody say, "Give me my flowers while I'm living"?
Uh, no, I've never heard that. I take that back.
So
No.
the term is representative of people send flowers to the dead. And that's something my mom used to always say too. She said, I don't want flowers when I'm dead. I want my flowers when I'm living. I know how to make them grow.
Um, oh my God, I just caught on what you're saying, bro.
You
I'm
ain't have
getting
to
them
wait.
right now while I'm out.
Yeah, you don't got to wait till you die. I got a niece named Jasmine too.
That's
She
crazy, and
got,
I fought with you real hard. That's
TV, and I had a seatbelt on, so I didn't like fly off or anything. But I had to walk a half a mile, bleeding out, in like fresh cut forest because I was supervising my uncle while he was cutting down trees for a new development, and I wasn't supposed to be on it anyway because I had flip flops on, but it lost control and flipped. And I took my seatbelt off. I turned it off. I got up and I had realized that I broke my ulna, my radius, and I severed my main artery. So my arm was practically dangling. Um, and I had to walk a half a mile um, bleeding out, and I blacked out. I felt like something had lifted me. Um, Everything went black, and after a while, I guess, of walking unconsciously, whatever happened, I came back to reality, and I was closer to my uncle, and I was, I got his attention. He came over and he helped me, but he came, he came to me, and it's like he was trying to talk to me over the machine. He couldn't hear me, and he was like, it was like he knew what to do. He came over, he put a tourniquet on me, and he got me to the hospital. All this, just insane stuff was happening. But there were these feathers that my mom said were following me. She said there were feathers in the hospital. There were feathers at the scene. There were all these feathers that were, communicating. And I ended up getting a feather tattoo because I felt like it was my grandma. I felt like my grandma lifted me in that time. When she was living, she was very in tune, and she did a lot with like agriculture. This is my mom's mom. She did a lot with just agricultural land stuff. She did stuff with grants. She was very gifted. She was an artist. She did painting. Um, she was very, very in tune. And like she even went to, she even became a mother of like this Black church. Um, and she was like the only white person in there. And my mom said that she became that for me to support
Mm-hmm.
me. Um, so I was in that church and stuff. And so just to sum it up, I had ended up getting this tattoo to symbolize for my grandma. And then, as I just started doing more digging with spirituality work and stuff, I just saw the connection with the feather and chiefs, and I was just like, oh, maybe I was a chief. I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know.
so let me
I don't
first. I
know.
gotta tell
I
you
don't
this
know.
part. Um, was your mother's mother living when you was born?
She was.
How old was you when she crossed over?
She passed away in 2009. Um, I was I was like 11. That's my life path number.
11 mean initiate. When you had children, your grandmama coming back to you.
She she d- she did. She did through my daughter. My I have my daughter Nova. I have two daughters. My second daughter, her due date was on my grandmother's birthday.
Yeah, that's how they notify you. The
Yeah, that's
reason why,
what and I
no,
felt that. I felt that.
you knew it before I said something, but here's the thing that you probably didn't pay attention to. When your mother was forming in your grandmama womb,
Hmm.
you was in there as an egg. Let that sink in. That means that
Yeah.
from the mitochondrial bloodline, you have direct access to your grandmama, just like you got access to your mama.
That makes a lot of sense. I feel like she's the one who's been communicating to me while I've been in my mom's house.
Hmm. So when she want to come back, she's going to pick the one you gonna know, because she probably was more standoff with you than you wanted her to be, because she felt like she would show you favoritism if she gave you too much attention. So she was trying to make the rest of the grandbabies not know that you the one she loved the most.
She did it in private. She did it in private. We always had that connection, but I didn't have like that many pictures with her.
Hmm. Well, take a lot of them with your babies, because she back.
I felt that. I felt that. And the second I found out my child's due date, I was like, wow. And then I was moving back into my mom's house, and I was like, which was my grandmother's house.
Hmm. How did you find out that that was your grandmother's house?
Because my grandma she lived in this house prior to her passing away. She passed away in this house.
Oh, okay, got you. Oh, yeah, that means that you are absolutely the heir she picked.
Yeah. I started realizing that, but my mom, she's like really big on like saying that she doesn't want to give me this house, but I'm the one who takes care of the house.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Just keep taking care of it. She had to tell you that so that you will feel like you always working for something. So
Yes.
you won't be so quick to give it up when you finally get it.
Oh man.
Yeah, you ain't no your mama ain't no goddamn European. She doing too much tribal shit from this land that's cultural that's not popularly known except for people that's been in the culture that know
Yeah.
our culture. She doing that shit out of automatic responses to stuff.
Hmm.
That's natural. That means she's naturally supposed to be here. That's why she ended up coming back from wherever she was to back to there because she had to be on a certain part of the land when your grandmama come back through you because she wanted to be on her land in her house.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's that's some fucking ancestral communications if I ever seen it.
If you were to like see this house, um, there's so many like symbols and patterns and murals, and there's so much. And even
Those
my
are
fiance,
stories. Once you tune in to your big for your granny, you gonna know what all that stuff mean, and you ain't gonna know how the hell you know.
that's as far as I've gotten and how deep I've gotten with all of this stuff. I feel like that now.
Yeah, like
I feel
the
like that
paintings.
now.
Look, don't get scared when the paintings start coming to life for you. That shit
It
spooked the
already
shit out of me.
has.
That shit spooked the shit out of me when that shit started happening.
It
You
already
see them looking at
has.
a steel painting, and then the people in it start moving around. That's some spooky shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
And my fiance.
don't let it scare you because if you don't scare you, you just start asking yourself what do this mean, and then you'll start over time you'll start automatically translating the meaning of the activity that you're viewing, what they call psychic phenomenon. You have to make yourself translate it, or else you won't never translate it. You just keep having spooky experiences with an open-ended meaning. Well, as soon as
Mhm.
you start asking yourself, what do this mean? What do this mean? Answers start coming to you and all
That's
that stuff clears up.
that's exactly what happened. Whenever I DM'd you and you pointed me back to myself, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, well, dang, well, what now? And then I started asking questions, and then all of a sudden the whole house started talking. And it came from going outside, grounding, and eating from the pear trees on the property. The pear trees, they started communicating to me, and I was like, oh snap, these trees are telling me to take care of them. And because nobody takes care of them, and they've been there forever, and they're self-sustainable, like nobody does anything, they grow every year, and they're so fruitful. Like this past season, the pear trees, um they were telling me to come and pick from certain trees. Like they were just dropping from the tree, and I'm like, oh wow, this is very, very interesting. You're telling me to come pick you. And I was like, wow, okay. So like, just being here, the pear trees, and not only just the pear trees, but there's a lot of oaks on this land, and those trees, they've been here forever, and they're always talking.
Listen, I, I went down to Florida for Emperor's coronation, and I stopped in Orlando to see Arisha Stone. Right, me and Arisha Stone go to this park. He say, come on, let's go show honors to the old ancestor tree right here." So I walk up to the tree. I put my hands on the tree, and then I hear the tree say, "I know you ain't gonna stand there and not take your shoes off. You know I can't tell you what I need to tell you if you don't take your shoes off." So I started laughing. He said, "What you laughing at?" I said, "Damn, tree told me to take my shoes off." So I took my shoes
Okay.
off. I stood up. I stood on the roots of the tree, right? And he started showing me shit. He said, I'm an old guy. I've been around a while. I've seen some stuff. So I'm sitting there. I'm letting the tree talk to me, and I'm thinking, I like, if I try to tell anybody this, they think I need some fucking Prozac or some fucking Thorazine or something. So the tree telling me I got a message I need to send back to the trees up there by you because I ain't been able to communicate with them in a while. I said, okay. So I go put my hands on the tree, and the tree talking to me. So the tree tell me, he said, you know what, y'all humans are really funny. And I'm like, what you mean? He said, they be laying up under the tree having sex like I can't see them. He didn't say having sex. He said fucking. He said the human be laying up under the tree. They be getting it in. They be fucking and everything, doing all kind of depraved acts of sex, and they think I can't see him. And he just bust out laughing. Oh, Hardy, George Burns laugh, right? Old man laugh. And so I'm so tripping. Then we got ready to leave. The uh, the lady, the girl was out there with us. She asked me how old the tree was. I'm like, I don't know how old that tree is. You got to be at least 100 and some years old. The tree said, I'm not 100 and some years old. I'm 150 rings.
Yo, that tree said, "Don't walk up in my house with your shoes on."
Yeah. He said, he said, I'm 150 rings. We don't count our age in years. We count our age in rings. I'm like, man,
Rings.
look,
Wow.
that tree had me dying laughing. So, right, I forget to go touch the tree when I get home, right? So I'll
Mm-hmm.
be home for about almost 2 weeks. So I'm laying in the bed smoking the blunt. I hear the tree say, so US ain't gonna let me talk to the trees up there by you, huh? I'm looking around the room like, who the fuck is that? He said, oh, you forgot about the tree in Florida already? I said, oh shit, I forgot. So I ran outside to this big ass tree by the driveway, right? I take my shoes off, stand on the roots, and as soon as my palms touch the tree, all the trees in the neighborhood bust out laughing. They cracking jokes like a mug. He telling me
Yo,
about the freaky humans under the trees and all kind of stuff. Man, I'm
that's
sitting here
funny.
listening to all these trees laughing. I'm like, damn, this sounds like a Dave Chappelle show or something. All this goddamn giggling going on. Let me take my ass in the house. I'm in the house and this I hear the muffled laughs outside. All the trees in the neighborhood is getting the information from the tree in
Oh
Florida.
my gosh.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
this shit is crazy.
No, like they be I listen, when I go and I sit by the pear trees, I swear they be telling me all the tea. All the
they,
tea. I'm like, so you
they
mean to
love to
tell
talk.
me?
Trees love to talk. People think you crazy, but the trees love to give you information about their area. And then they
Yes.
got a network where,
Yes.
really,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that shit had me dying laughing. I was like, these damn trees. And, I've been hearing animals talk since I was a baby. They used to call me Dr. Doolittle when I was little.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, the trees be telling, oh, the cats too. The cats too on this land.
oh, yeah.
They're like, they show up and they're coming to let you know this. They're showing up as different energies, and they're showing you like they come at divine times. Like they're like, oh, message. I have a message for you. Like they show up in divine times, and they're very protective. And
Especially women and young girls.
yes, yes, me and my children, they are very protective over us, and they they literally talk.
Yeah. Look,
They
when the
literally
women
talk.
start moving spirit energy, you can tell by watching the cats. They get restless. If you're in the house with a very powerful woman spiritually and she about to move some spirit energy, the cat is restless. He's jumping around like he has some what they call that stuff they get catnip.
Catnip, catnip. Yes, they be jumping off the
They be
roofs.
acting just like they had catnip because you move in that spiritual energy and they get excited to see the women tapping back into that energy, that frequency, that love frequency energy. They get happy, so they start acting giddy. And it looked like
Mhm.
to the onlooker, the cat looked like he had catnip or something.
Yes, I be seeing that all the time. Now I want to show you something real quick.
I
Let me
can't
show
see
you
my
something.
screen.
You can't see nothing?
Mm-mm. I haven't seen
What
Nan
happened?
Caller on here, but the people watching could see it.
Okay, well, um, maybe I can read you something.
Yeah.
So, um, I'm gonna show y'all though. So basically, my fiance, he had this job, and he ended up moving over to this land with me, and he was working for a moving company, and he was moving like different plantation homes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was always bringing home like different literature, and it was always something. It was always something he was bringing home, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I really wasn't believing a lot of this stuff until he started showing up with stuff, and I was like, oh, so they really do got the literature over there. They really do got a lot of stuff over there. So basically one day he came home, and he had did a clear out, which he was just throwing out all the stuff that the owner didn't want in the house. He came home with a peace pipe, and on the peace pipe it had the feathers that was on the peace pipe was his life path number.
The number
So
of feathers, you mean?
yeah, yeah. So there's four feathers on the top. I'm about to show it to y'all. So we got four feathers on the top, and it literally has something on it. So there's a ripped piece of note on a piece of leather, and it says, I'm gonna read it to y'all. So it says, peace pipe made with a elk antler bow bowl decorated with a brass glass and harebone something, um bear's glass, seed beads, brass bells, and turkey feathers. Ooh, it fell. Okay. Um, and then it had uh an arrow with it that has four feathers on the arrow.
Is the arrow attached to the pipe? I can't see it, so I gotta ask.
It is it attached to the pipe? No, it's not attached. No, it's not attached to the pipe, but it has the same material on it, like it goes to it.
Yeah, they was given in sets to the brave. Okay, so if I had a young guy that was about to be initiated to his training into chiefdom,
Mhm.
I would give him a set, peace pipe, and a spear, war and peace. The set goes
Okay.
together. Sometimes they come in a handmade leather, like sheath, where both of them fit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they normally come with that. If that's missing, then you should probably have one made.
Okay.
And yeah,
Yeah,
hold
because
on
that
to
was
that.
that wasn't with it, but the arrow and the peace pipe was with it, and it's in really good condition. You can still read what it says.
Yeah. Is your fiance, is he a brother?
Yes.
Hmm.
He you could speak with him. You follow him on Instagram as well. He makes music. Here. Peace, God.
Peace, God, peace.
How you
So look,
feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How about yourself?
I'm feeling wonderful, man. I appreciate you for asking.
Yeah. So that particular artifact you got,
Hmm.
find you a Native American around in your area that makes crafts. When you show it to him, he might not charge you, but pay him anyway. If you have
Right.
to make up a price to pay him, but ask him to make you a sheath or carrying case for that, and tell him if he can, you want it out of either what was that elk that bone they use?
Yes.
Yeah, so you want to try to get it made out of elk hide if possible. If not, any kind of deer that's natural to the land, all of the deer is natural. The bison, the moose, but you would prefer elk if you can get the elk hide.
You said, what is it called again?
It's a sheath. It's a carrying case for the pipe and the spear. They're supposed to be in the carrying case. If you go to a elder that makes those and you show it to him and tell him what you want it for, he might not charge you, but you still want to give him something. It's reciprocity.
Right.
That's cultural tradition. But once he make it, a whole bunch of stuff gonna open up for you, because when you properly take care of the ancestral artifact, you activate. Why did that come out twice? You activate activate the energy of the ancestors to open up the path in your life because you took care of the artifact.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it got four. Both of them have 4 feathers on it, and my life path number is a 4. And my fiance, well, we got 2 daughters, and then it's her and me, and our family that we created is, it's 4 of us, and each of us we all considered, or we all have all 4 elements. I'm an earth sign. My fiance is an air sign. My daughter, who who came back as her grandmother, she's a water sign, and my other daughter, our oldest daughter, she's a fire sign.
Mm-hmm. So I can take us back to earlier room. I was telling my man about his rap name, Gang. G is the 7th letter
Yeah.
name. Ang is the avatar. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you got all of the tribes in one. So together y'all can call the ether.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got your
That's
3 sisters.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I'm gonna let y'all drop down. I might take one more before I go. I'm starting to wear down. So
All right. We appreciate you for having us.
all right. Thank y'all for coming up.
He came on here for the monkey ball shenanigans, and he's been really, really gracious, tolerating my unappropriateness. Okay.
You ain't been inappropriate. You've been politically correct the whole time.
Thank you.
It's just that the other people that keep telling us we politically incorrect is the ones that's politically incorrect because
Thank
they in the
you,
corrupt
Rod.
politics.
Let them know. Let them know. Okay, let me get the link. Hold on.
You catch me in rare form, I be slinging F-bombs like 90 going north.
I like that after 12. You know what I'm saying? After 12, you can just keep it real. You could fly on your vine to the trees and speak however you want. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna send it to the Zombies. Zombies, you're gonna have first dibs to talk to Rod tonight. I gotta give props to the people who support me the most. So let me let them come and speak to Rod Hayes. Okay. Zombies, you can access the link. Come on in, come and ask a question, share something with Rod, while we have him here graciously on a Tuesday. What is it, a Mars day? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh, wait. Did you send me your Cash App? Did you send me that, Rod? Can you send me?
Yes, that's it
Okay.
too.
Okay. Okay, let's wait until they check in. They'll come in. Mm. Hello. What? Zombies, are you there? Come on in. Come and ask Rod a question. Y'all got a cam up, y'all. If I could cam up and it's late at night, y'all could cam up. Okay, hold on. Do, 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 do. Hello. Are they not here? Okay, they're taking too long, Rod, so I'm gonna have to throw it out to the YouTube peeps. Okay.
Okay.
Um, come on, zombies. Check on in. I'm gonna have to hold on. Copy. Okay. Let me put it in the chat and then I'll pin it so they can come on in. Okay. And let me pin the message. Okay, you guys have it on YouTube. You can check on it, be appropriate. Yes, one question. Oh, there she goes. That's the saucy one, Rod. Just don't smile too much. Cutie pie. Look at her. Look at her goddess. Go ahead, Nikki. Don't scare him now, Nikki. Come on in. Hey, Nikki, you survived.
Hey, I can't. Camming up. As soon as you said that is when I logged in.
The picture's enough. He could hear that beautiful voice. Come on in, Nikki. What you gotta say?
Oh, I just enjoy both of you so very much. And I love how he tapped into our conversation last night.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm loving that. Camming up. As soon as you said that is when I
Oh, you got your thing in the background. We can hear your background.
Nikki, I agree. It was just so simpatico. How it was just on point, and I was just enjoying it and just listening to it, and just yeah, it was awesome. It
Good.
was we're in sync. It
It's
was like he was with us last night. It was like,
That's
yeah,
right. He's in there. He's like in the etheric realms, listening to our post insane conversations on our 72-hour Zooms. Oh, Rod,
yes,
we out of control. Like
Yeah,
pajama parties that last for like 3 days.
yeah. He got
the
to come join
best.
us for one. For one.
Esoteric, you join us, Rod. It's like an esoteric dream. Come on in, Zai's here. Oh, the Zoomies are coming in to talk to you, Rod. Okay, y'all. So ask some questions to Rod. Come on in. Anybody have a question, a comment? Hey, Zai.
What's up, Fleur?
Hey, darling.
Yeah, view for a study session. They not the same thing. I teach with young elder, but I answer questions in interview format with Brother Rich. Different people be looking for different information. If you listen to what I'm saying, I don't have to give a reference. If I'm talking about control remote viewing, go look up control remote viewing. If I'm talking about telepathic communication, you look up telepathic communications, right? If I'm talking about the Van Allen belt and the Pleiadian light lock, go study the Van Allen belt. Just because I'm not giving you the direct sources that I'm drawing from, because a lot of them be psychic sometimes, so I can't give them to you. But everything that I'm saying is researchable. If you stop worrying about me giving you references and start listening to what I'm saying, I won't have to give you a reference because you'll use what I said to guide you to do research and investigation. I don't do debates because they not relying. Everybody's relying on third-party information. Nobody that wrote history is saying they seen it when it happened. They all writing shit down after the fact. So I can write something down after the fact, be it true or not, and be just as valid as all those other people. Because they making it up as they go anyway, because ain't none of this shit real. I'm just going to do a few more because it's letting me do a lot. It used to only let me do a limited number, but now okay, that's enough. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, it's a whole lot of people that be saying the same stuff. I'm not the only one saying what I'm saying. Look, it's chiefs all over the land that know we was already here. It's matriarchs all over the land that know we was already here. What most of us don't know is that a lot of the Native Americans that was brought in under the Dawes Act made treaties with us to be able to sit in our stead, but they had to learn our rituals. A lot of those tribes that we call reservation tribes and reservation Indians, they had a big mama from us, the ones that sided with us. We have to stop letting that divide and conquer of those ones who came as ceremonial tribes. This is how we view them on the land. The tribe that's not a direct blood link is a ceremonial tribe. You have to go back in history. When I tell you that if you don't know who the Moors was fighting from 711 to, I don't know who that is, I can answer that, to 1493, 94 when they finally got kicked out of Europe. If you don't know who they took their slaves from and set their slave villages up in Europe, you won't know when it say in the history books and they brought 20 of their servants, 40 of their servants. They brought a cook. They brought their kitchen hands. They brought they skilled trades workers from those slave villages. Rome historically fought the Huns, right? And we know the Huns from Attila the Hun. They fought the Mongolians, which we call them Khans. The Amaru Khans is the allegiance that was made with the ones from over there. And we have to remember, a lot of us very chocolatey rich skin complexion still have from Marion on the West Coast that look that they commonly call Native American look, but you darker. That's because you've been marrying into the tribes from over there since they was darker too. All of these lighter skinned people was Johnny come lately. Not to be a knock on skin color, but skin color is the tool used to enforce the artificial caste system. Now, who else did the Romans and the Greeks fight? They fought the Vedics. They fought what's known as the Barbary Wars. And the Barbary was those coming from the southeast of Rome. Well, you know, Rome is situated in Italy. Southeast is across the Mediterranean, going into what's known as the Indus Valley. So this is where they get your Vedic servants from, captured in warfare, moved to the slave village to add to an admixture of a gene pool in the slave villages. The slave villages was being dismantled by what they call them, inquisitors, as the Spanish Inquisition and the exiling of the Moors from France, Spain, Portugal, Denmark, and all of these places. While they was being kicked out, they were being shipped across the Pillars of Hercules into what's today known as Northwest Africa, Tunisia, Morocco, Libya, right? And they were being sent there first. That's before they came over here and brought their servants with them. Now, when they get over here and they bring in these people, these is the ones